good to go? Hey, it's Eitan, welcome back to our channel, and today I'm so excited to take you behind the scenes of Eitan Eats The World, my debut cookbook. I cannot believe I'm finally making this video, releasing it. I have been dreaming of this cookbook ever since I started cooking. When I was a little boy, probably half my height, when I was 8 or 9 years old, I started cooking, and I've always dreamed of writing my own book. I collect cookbooks, I'm a cookbook lover, and to actually have my own in the flesh, in real life, this is a real book, is absolutely surreal. So I filmed a lot of the cookbook process, and I'm thrilled to take you along with me to see the making of Eitan Eats The World. Let's jump into it. All right, wanted to give you the lay of the land. Over here in the back, as you saw before, we have the whole camera setup. We have Mark on the camera, the wizard of lighting and everything photography-wise. So he's over there. Then over there on the right, well, my right, we then over there have all the props for the very talented Sophie and Nita. And then down here in the kitchen, we have Lauren cooking away all the beautiful food, making the food look gorgeous. Started working on Eitan Eats The World in January of 2021. I actually was going through a hard time. So, having this book was a really kind of a light at the end of the tunnel. I lost my grandfather the year before, and for me, it was very important that I was able to release this cookbook while my 2 grandmas were alive to see it. So, shooting a cookbook, every friend of mine that is ever in a cookbook has warned me. They're like, Eitan, shooting a cookbook is the most, just like, it swallows you in a good way. It's the most exciting thing, but it is the most insane thing. We shot all 85 recipes and lots of other photos in the book. At the time, I was living in my apartment in Soho, and the reason I got this apartment was to shoot the book in. It was just a massive loft, tons of room. I literally had pre-arranged in my mind, okay, the photo shoot's gonna be here, the props are gonna be here, the food's gonna be here, the food stylist is gonna be here. It was truly surreal. I remember there was, I think it was like the 3rd or 4th day of the cookbook shoot. I just been on kind of like a high of adrenaline, and there was just this moment where I saw everything going on. I saw the photos on the wall, and I just was all of a sudden slammed with emotions like a truck. I remember I went into my bathroom and I just started crying. All right, it's right now in the middle of the shoot, and I just started sobbing. The last few months have been so intense. I don't think I've ever taken a moment to actually sit down and process that I wrote a freaking cookbook. Every millisecond of my life the past few months has been so go, go, go. And seeing it all happening and pasted on the wall is just, oh my God. Oh my God, I feel like I was hit by a truck. I know it might be weird to some recording when you're so emotional, but you guys are really what made this happen and are why this happened. So I knew I want to take you through the good, the bad, the ugly, the pretty. I'm currently crying in my bathroom, so this definitely fits the ugly. Just, oh my God. It's just a lot. I have not had time to process this. I knew it would hit me, but I did not realize it would hit me all at once like this. I did not anticipate crying on the floor of my bathroom, but you gotta expect the unexpected, I guess. I think one of the coolest parts of the shoot was, we did a lot of planning before. So, every photo you see in the book, we had talks and conversations okay, with the queso fundido, we want it to be in some type of kind of rustic metal shallow pan on blue. We want blue plates. We had discussed things like that. It was so fun to just, have this creative energy. Everyone in the room, whether it was Rachel and Olivia on my team, or Mark, or Sophie, or Lauren, or the assistants that were there. There was just so much creative juice flowing that it was just the energy in the room was incredible, and it was the ultimate collaboration. The hardest part was just stepping back, being all right, I don't need to necessarily tell Mark exactly how to frame this shot. I don't need to exactly tell Lauren how to do this. A, we've already talked about it, and B, they're the experts. The thing about photographing food is, a lot of people are always oh, all the food's fake. They use motor oil instead of maple syrup. With Eitan Eats The World, the goal was this is the food. This is the food. This is what you get. Obviously, we use secrets and things to make it look great. We'll use a heat gun if we have to make some cheese melty again, but everything in Eitan Eats The World that you see here is edible and is real food. I think the most special moment from the shoot was Rosa, who is someone that I've known since I was literally 8 months older. Should I say she knew me when I was 8 months old, because I guess probably wasn't old enough to know people yet. Rosa has worked with my family, she's worked with me, and she's basically like family. She's near and dear to our hearts, and she's such an important part of my life. And Rosa, just like many people in my family, has a recipe in Eitan Eats The World. It is her mushroom bobo. Rosa is Brazilian, and I really want her to be able to teach me a dish that she makes that's Brazilian so that we can put it in the book. So Rosa taught me how to make her mushroom bobo. It has cassava in it, or yuca, which was a fascinating ingredient. I've never cooked with it before. And Rosa was able to come to the shoot, and she was there the day we shot this, and she got super emotional, I got super emotional, and it was just such a special moment because she's such a special person in my life, and for her to be able to be in the book means the world to me, and it meant the world to her too. Over here we have Mark, the amazing photographer. Say hi, Mark.
Hello.
Mark is the guy that captures all the images, does all the fancy stuff with the camera, makes the magic happen. Now let's head over here. Digital technician, that's a fancy term, yes. She keeps all the digital things running, making sure that all runs smoothly. Then over here on props, we have Nina and Sophie. They make, the food has to be in something. I have many things to do during the shoot, and unfortunately cannot cook the food myself. So I have two incredibly talented food stylists over here. We have Lauren and Scotty. Say hi. Hi. They make the food look incredible. They cook it, they style it, all of the things so that it makes me look even better. So thank you. That is the amazing team behind the photo shoot. If you need me, I'm gonna go back to shooting the book. The biggest creative challenge, I would say, throughout the whole process was the name. I'm like a very decisive person. You know, I typically can make decisions very easily and not second guess them. But for some reason, naming the book, it was kind of like naming a child. It was just hard. I don't know. I think that took the longest amount of time, you know, really thinking like, what do I want to call my book? You know, in terms of the recipes I wanted in it, that wasn't a hard decision. In terms of how I wanted the photos to look, that wasn't a hard decision. But for some reason, the title, and then finally we landed on Eitan Eats The World because we felt that was very fitting. Because I am Eitan, I enjoy eating, and I enjoy eating food from around the world and learning from it. So that was definitely the most challenging part of the whole process. All right, we are now getting ready to film the potential cover shot. I guess when this video comes out, you guys will know if it's a cover shot. Currently, I don't know, because you're in the future. The incredible Patrice is out doing my hair and makeup, making me look like I am not tired right now. That is the trick, that's the magic. So the last day of the shoot comes and goes. We get the last photo, we call it a wrap, and I remember everyone packed up their stuff, headed out, and all that was left from the shoot was a beautiful wall of taped photos of the book. And I remember just like laying down on the couch and just staring at the photos. And right in front of me was what would one day be my cookbook. And you know, I saw the heavenly cinnamon buns, the PB&J pancake, and I was just like, this is it. And now just staring at that, I was like, oh, like in just a few months, I'm gonna be holding the cookbook as I did. Now we are here. The book comes out in just a week, May 3rd. If you have not already, be sure to pre-order Eitan Eats The World. It comes out, like I said, on May 3rd. Pre-orders are super important. Now is the best time. If you're thinking of ordering Eitan Eats The World, now is the best time. Pre-orders are the #1 way to support an author. It is the #1 way to get on the bestseller list, like the New York Times, which are super important for authors. So if you like my videos and want to support, it would mean the world to me if you pre-order Eitan Eats The World. It is full of 85 delicious recipes. These are comfort food recipes. These are recipes to get you excited to get in the kitchen. Whether you're starting out and you're like, all right, Eitan, I don't know how to bake. I want to just get started. Beer bread. Easiest bread you'll ever make. Or you're like, Eitan, you know, I want to expand my baking repertoire. I want to expand my cooking repertoire. I want to, you know, try something new, try something out of my comfort zone. Creme brulee for every season for you. Look at, I mean, wait, we just have to take a second to appreciate this photo. 4 different creme brulees, 1 for every season of the year. And I truly cannot wait. Oh, that's the back. Pretzels. Truly cannot wait for Eitan Eats The World to get to your doorsteps, to get into your kitchens, and for you to cook from it. It is such a dream come true. I'm just so grateful that I'm getting to do this at 20. I mean, you know, there's not that many cookbook authors that are 20 years old, and I feel so privileged to be able to do this at this age and to be able to bring these recipes into your kitchen. So, if you're not already, be sure to pre-order, and thank you for watching. This was quite the journey, and I'm so excited that I got to take you on it and take you with me on the creation of Eitan Eats the World. I can't believe it's happening. Oh my God. This is it. It's coming out in a week. All right, if you need me, I'm gonna go freak out in the other room and just hug Eitan Eats the World, because I can't believe it's real. This book is real. Little Eitan, if you're watching, little 8-year-old Eitan, it happened. All right, great. Awesome, that's a wrap.